What if you're not broke because you don't make enough money? What if you're broke because you keep falling into the same 5 money traps? The scary part is that these traps don't look dangerous. They look normal. A new car, a bigger apartment, a few subscriptions, a credit card purchase, a lifestyle upgrade after a raise. None of these decisions feels like it will destroy your wealth. But repeated for years, they can keep you stuck in the exact same financial position. So today, let's break down 5 money traps that quietly keep people broke and what you can do instead. Trap 1. Lifestyle inflation. You get a raise. Your salary goes from $50,000 to $60,000. You should have an extra $10,000 to build wealth. But somehow you don't. Maybe you move into a nicer apartment. You start eating out more. You upgrade your phone. You buy a newer car. You take more expensive vacations. And suddenly, your $10,000 raise has disappeared. This is called lifestyle inflation. The problem isn't enjoying your money. The problem is automatically increasing your spending every time your income increases. Your income goes up. Your spending goes up. And your wealth stays exactly where it was. Here's the simple rule. Don't let every raise become a lifestyle upgrade. If you get a $10,000 raise, you don't need to spend all $10,000. You could invest $5,000 and use the rest to improve your lifestyle. That way, your income increases and your wealth increases. Because becoming richer isn't just about earning more. It's about keeping more. Trap 2. The monthly payment trap. This one is incredibly dangerous because it makes expensive things feel cheap. You don't think, can I afford this $40,000 car? You think, can I afford $599 a month? That's a completely different question, and companies know it. A $40,000 purchase sounds painful, but $599 a month? That sounds manageable. So you finance the car. Then maybe you finance furniture. Then a phone. Then subscriptions. Then another purchase goes onto the credit card. Suddenly, your paycheck arrives already divided between payments. This creates a dangerous cycle. Earn money, receive paycheck, pay everyone else, have almost nothing left. And the worst part? You can look rich while becoming poorer. A nice car sitting in your driveway doesn't mean you're wealthy. It might simply mean you have a large monthly payment. Before buying something expensive, stop asking, can I afford the monthly payment? Ask, can I comfortably afford the full cost? That one question can save you thousands. Trap 3. The credit card minimum payment. Credit cards aren't automatically bad, but carrying expensive debt can destroy your financial progress. Imagine you spend $3,000 on a credit card. Then your statement arrives. You see a minimum payment of maybe $90. That number feels small. So you pay it. Problem solved, right? Not really. The balance is still there. Interest keeps accumulating. And the longer you carry that balance, the more expensive the original purchase becomes. A dinner. A vacation. A TV. A pair of shoes. Years later, you could still be paying for something you barely remember buying. The trap is psychological. The minimum payment makes a big purchase feel small. Instead of thinking, I owe $3,000, you start thinking, I only need to pay $90. That's how debt becomes normal. If you're using a credit card, treat it like cash. If you can't realistically pay the balance, think twice before making the purchase. And if you already have high-interest debt, prioritize getting rid of it before aggressively chasing risky investments. Because earning a return while paying extremely high interest can be like trying to fill a bathtub while the drain is wide open. Trap 4. Impulse spending. Here's a trap that almost everyone falls into. You see something you want. You don't really need it. But there's a sale. So you buy it. Maybe it's $20. Then another $30 purchase. Then $50. Then $100. Each purchase feels too small to matter. But your bank account sees the total. That's the problem with impulse spending. It's rarely one huge purchase. It's dozens of tiny decisions. And modern businesses are extremely good at making you spend impulsively. Limited time deals. Only 2 left. Free shipping. One-click checkout. Buy now, pay later. Your brain is constantly being pushed toward immediate gratification. So create friction. Wait 24 hours before buying something you didn't plan for. Remove saved credit cards from shopping websites. Unsubscribe from promotional emails. And most importantly, make a difference between "I want this" and "I plan to buy this." That tiny pause can protect your money. Trap 5. Paying yourself last. This might be the biggest trap of all. Most people follow this formula. Income bills, spending whatever is left gets saved. The problem? There usually isn't much left. Maybe you earn $4,000. Rent takes $1,500. Food takes $500. Car payment takes $600. Entertainment takes $300. Subscriptions and random expenses take another $400. And suddenly, you're wondering where the other $700 went. So instead, reverse the system. When your paycheck arrives, income, savings / investing, bills, spending. Pay yourself first. Even if it's only 10%. You don't have to rely on willpower. You don't have to make the decision every month. Automate it. Because the money you never see in your checking account is much harder to spend. The bigger lesson. These 5 traps have something in common. None of them looks like financial disaster. That's why they're dangerous. Lifestyle inflation doesn't feel like poverty. A car payment doesn't feel like poverty. A minimum credit card payment doesn't feel like poverty. A $20 impulse purchase doesn't feel like poverty. Saving nothing doesn't feel like poverty. But stack these behaviors together for 5 or 10 years. And suddenly you realize something. You earned a lot of money. But you didn't build much wealth. The goal isn't to never spend money. The goal isn't to live a miserable life. The goal is to make sure your money is actually working toward the life you want. So remember the 5 traps. Lifestyle inflation. Monthly payment addiction. Credit card debt. Impulse spending. And paying yourself last. Avoid these 5, and you don't need to become a financial genius. You just need to stop making the same expensive mistakes over and over again. Because getting rich isn't always about finding the perfect investment. Sometimes, it's simply about stopping the leaks. And once you stop the leaks, the money you already earn can finally start working for you.